are back. Here we are. Oh my God, look, it's like 100% less sunny. Every time we do this stuff, it's sunny. But there's something different today. Something different. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's something different about today. First thing is, my glass is getting all fogged up. How's everybody doing today? Here we are. It is snowy. Kind of cool. Trying to figure out a way to keep my face warm but not my glasses fog up. I may have to go without my glasses for a little while here. Literally roll blind while we do our best not to get all fogged up. We'll figure it out though. The camera is our glasses. Go. We farming already. We're farming. What's going on, guys? Today we got, of course, the R5. It's here as always. Today we got 35mm. Who knows, if I think about it, I might even give a little bit of a review about the 35mm today, because I haven't really talked a lot about it. I didn't come up here with a plan. I just knew it was going to be snowy, and I thought,
heck.
I mean,
Dadgum.
heck it. A couple things. If you're interested in the 35mm, it is by far one of the most common focal lengths of all time. as far as focal lengths go, 35 millimeter does everything. It's just a great focal length if you want to get something kind of wide like this, where there's a lot of information, but it's not ultra wide. It's actually got a lot of, compared to like a 16 millimeter, there's a lot of telephoto to it, you know. What do we think looks better, this way or this way? That place is empty. There we go. We got a guy in frame. Perfect. Oh, darn it, it's locked. Well, maybe next time. All right, well, what can you do? What can you do? Lots of cool shapes here. But yeah, this 35 by Canon, this is the f1.8. I'm not like a 35 millimeter lens specialist. This is actually the first one I've ever owned that's a prime lens. I will say this lens is way above, it punches way above its price point. I think this was like a $500 lens, and it works like an $800 or $1,000 lens. It's pretty much sharp in all directions. There is some chromatic aberration when you get into really high contrast areas, but that's only happened a couple times. Certainly a lens like the f1.2 85 millimeter does not do that. This one does it fairly strong in really high contrast spots. And I'm talking really high contrast, like black against white. Winter trees, that scaffolding, the structure up there, all that kind of stuff would really bring it out. All right, let's see what we got here. I mean, there's snow everywhere. The light is pretty bright. Oh, the other kind of cool thing about this lens is it's macro. We can get right up in on this stuff. And it's really cool to have a lens that's a little bit macro, but also just insanely wide open, big view, big focal length. The Potbelly Sandwich Shop. Absolutely no loitering, people. All right, let's go. Let's not do that. Now I think somewhere in here, I brought another handy little tool, maybe? Is this it? This is it. So I don't know if you remember a couple of videos ago, we were doing photos with prisms. Well, since then, I saw this cool little gadget. It's like a prism with a handle. It's actually like a half lens. And I've been kind of waiting to use it. But you just kind of put it in front of whatever it is you're taking a picture of. Oh, and you can use it as like a reflection. Very wintry looking photo. Get some guys working there. Let's see if we can kind of square up with the crane and just kind of get something. Behind us, nothing there to take a picture of. Let's see what we can get. That's crazy, that's weird. I'm not sure about what this thing really can do. Just kind of blurs things a lot. It's like a device that you put in front of your camera to make sure whatever is in focus isn't. We got some smoke coming out of the street over here, some steam. Literally just waited for him to walk through the smoke to see what we could get. Through the steam, it's not smoke. Whatever it is, we waited. Kind of interesting. Again, I'm not really sure what this thing does. we'll just have to play around with it a little bit. Kind of saw a bit of a vignette down here. Let's walk down here real quick. As soon as the traffic clears up, we're gonna get in it. Like right about now. And you'll see there's a guy here with a yellow jacket. I was just waiting for him to get into a pocket of dark. It's a little bit of a shady spot, so that way his jacket will pop out. I mean, 35 subjects are pretty small in frame, but it's still important to think about those kinds of things, I think. I don't know if we can get the juxtaposition of these white branches against that. Not easy to do. There we go. Something. Maybe. Maybe. Is it going to be the thing? I don't know. We'll find out. What's going on in here? What can we get in here? Anything? It literally just sort of defocuses an area, but you can then turn it for reflections. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Maybe we can get like a cool, getting in the middle here, like this guy. Maybe we can get like a really cool, there we go, that's neat. Kind of a monolithic feel. All right. We still moving. We are still moving. 31 degrees, also known as -1 degree Celsius. For all you observers of the metric system. Are you metronites? We're just going to assume handily the crossing guard indicator is covered with snow, so who knows? So right now we're just kind of in different perspectives. We've been on the other side of the street a lot. We've shot this way before. You know, it might be kind of neat to take a moment and just observe the details that we haven't looked at. Even if they don't make pictures that we're fond of, it's just neat to see different things. This is one of my favorite things to do, especially with a really wide open aperture. Pictures like that just look cool. They just look cool. This is an interesting thing here. This might be a cool picture if we can get traffic. Let's see what we can do here. All the way up on the f-stop. Now we're literally just waiting for a car. All the cars just passed. Car, car, car. Everybody chant. Car, 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 car. Ah, bummer. Just needed a little bit more. Sort of maxed out on what we're able to get. It is super bright. Whenever you got this much cloud cover, I mean, I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. You know, this is definitely not nighttime at all. I mean, I know it's snowing, but what do we got going over here? Little corridors where all the secrets are. Getting all the secrets. Cool little picture. All right. Kind of a weird vignette. I don't think I can get it. No, I can quite have the same feeling with this particular lens. This is where I stand, always stand, and have somebody honk at me. Not today, suckers. What about this? Oh yes, slippery wood. This is a insurance company's nightmare. That's basically ice. Straight up ice. 24. I don't know if I can get I see it in my head, I just can't find it in the picture. That's cool though. Do we risk it? What's up, man? Good to see you. This is another alley where somebody's always honking at me. Trying to get some of that snow there. The snow is like, it's falling so slow right now. It's really cool. Now if I had a more telephoto lens, you see that big vertical space there where it's dark and you get that strong contrast of the snow, I'd be all up in it. But today, you know what? I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Let's cross the street, risk our lives. Where'd all the people go? We were all hanging out here a second ago. I think it got too cold. I think it got too cold. Poor guys, they can't handle it. Look at these trees, how they're like just topped with white. Let's see what we can get here. I might be able to get this picture if I can get on the center median here. Right here might work too. Let's see what we get. Let's get on that median. Let's get on that median. We on it. Oh man, with those crispy white tops. Come on. Crispy. The crispiest, whitest tops ever. Somebody is pissed. Got it. Here we go. Look at the contrast right here. This is pretty cool. Can we get that? Oh yeah. Oh man, the snow's even coming through. We'll come this way, see if we can get a little bit more of just the building. We'll even come up for a second, a hot minute. It's pretty cool. Oh, here we go, here we go. All right. That's not bad. We'll take it. We'll take it. And then maybe even get right underneath this sucker. Just like that. Still got the Christmas tree lights up. Psh, easy. Our jacket's a little moist. That's all right. That's cool. About 10 seconds. How we doing? You guys dry? Wipe your glasses off. Pedestrian access to businesses. All right, well, good to know. They still got it. You want it, they got it. You always feel weird talking to yourself, you know, when you're walking around with a GoPro strapped to your chest, doing a vlog or a POV, but then you realize everybody's talking to themselves because they all got their headphones on. If you're not talking to yourself, you're crazy.
All right, bye-bye.
She said bye-bye. Is it closed? What is up with this? Yeah, this is always a cool building to photograph, just 'cause it's like, it just is. Man, that building always makes it work. Always makes it work. That's 100%. You don't have to guess with that building. You just know. See if we can get something here that's got a little bit of reflection, a little bit of that deco. There we go. That's just a weird shape. What if we shoot up? Negative. Negative. All right, what's happened over here? He's still moving. Oh, it's like some sort of quiet side street. That's kind of interesting. I may have to like That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Hee hee hee. Oh Lord. What is this? That's like how I landscape. I just put down a big old wire and then bury it. And then I hope the building inspector never shows up. Macro. We're back astro. I'm telling you, find yourself a girl who's wide angle and a macro, or a boy, or anything in between. All right, let's turn right. Oh man. If you don't wear glasses and you look directly at the snow, it can get you. And right now, be very sideways. I'm always looking, trying to see if I see a photo that I like. I see possibilities. But I want to get back to that verticality that we were at earlier. Man, I'm not even joking. Walking into the snow, kind of a challenge. The R5 holding up just fine, weather sealed and all that stuff. Although, to go back to the 35 is not weather sealed, and because of that, when we're walking, I sort of tuck it just behind me. Just out of the way. All right. We're crossing. Crossing these mean streets. All right, which way do we want to go? I feel like this way for right now. Let's go this way. Look at that old building right there. Kind of a neat vignette. There we go. Every tree now has got white on it. Every tree. Every tree. Photos. I'm looking for clean edges when I find it's something that I kind of like. There's a lot of contrast in that photo there. I'm just kind of looking, are the edges dark, right? So it's like, it's 100,000% more mysterious when everything sort of matches a specific dark quality, you know what I mean? When everything matches a dark quality and it looks like the highlights have purpose. Oh, here's another one. Macro. I mean, this is cool. There's a lot of photos that we're getting today that we would not be able to get under any other conditions, right? And I think that's kind of cool. Kind of like the two white cars. Symmetry and shapes. I'm waiting to see if somebody would walk through there, basically get some corner reflections, but I don't think so. Not this time, love. Not this time. Sometimes, I mean, when I'm moving, I don't like to stop, but this is kind of a cool area with a whole bunch of different levels to it. So I might look to see if there's anybody coming that way, which there is not. Anybody coming this way, which there is not. And therefore I'm just gonna, just like that, we're gonna move on from it. Otherwise we might wait there and farm a photo. But for every photo we might get there, there's probably some more out here that we're missing. You know, everybody does it differently. This is just kind of how I do. What I love here is, again, just the snow. We do have something in our backpack though. Let me try something real quick, because I did bring something else with us, not just the prism. I also brought this flash because maybe, just maybe, there you go. You get those big white splotches all in focus. but then desaturate the background. We'll leave it on for now. Not sure how much we're going to use it. This is kind of the perfect place to use it. What would be great is another person walking across the street. We got some. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna let these people cross right in front of us. We're gonna get their picture. That is, if the cars cooperate. That's the one thing that can get us, people. But we got a flash, so we'll blind them. In fact, I think the gods are smiling upon us right now. Boom. So you see what we're doing, we're really kind of just freezing the snow in place. All right, here we go, we got another lady over here. See if we can get her or not. Just got her, just got her. Kind of had to take a an early photo because the car was coming. Oh, we got a guy. We got a guy. Where's the guy gonna go? Yeah, this is kind of neat being out here. Where's she going? Yeah, let's go this way. Change my mind. I do that a lot. My thumb is officially getting really cold. see what's going on over here. Always, without a doubt. Don't even have to invite me. All right, can we cross the street without dying? Yes. Yes, we can. Cross the street, walk in the street, it is all the same. I ain't gonna lie, I love the snow. I mean, I'm not a snow dude. It's not like it's my whole reason for living, but I love the snow. The guy's working. Look at the wind. The wind giving it right now, man. The wind giving it right now. For these photos, I am exposing 2 stops under ambient. I mean, I'm just going for highlights. I'm really kind of going for the flash. The flash is a big part of this right now. I think I'm not in high-speed sync or anything, so that ain't really a consideration. No biggie there. I'm underexposing just so I can get a mood. I think the mood is the thing right now. Going for the mood. Before we are done. Are they open? Yes. How much time do we got? Let's go get some stuff. Let's go get some candy bars, man. Hello, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. It's kind of snowy.
Oh yeah.
I need, for the ride home, let's get this crunch. Maybe like a, oh man, you know these are, get a sour punch bite. And something that just looks absolutely toxic. What's the best cream soda?
Best creams?
Yeah.
most of the creams are over here.
All right.
Like, my personal favorite is Sprecher. So these guys right here, there's the regular one and the orange one. Those are my two favorite cream sodas.
Awesome.
Other than that,
I'm already sold.
oh, perfect. Yeah, those are good. What's that?
All set. All right, take care.
Thank you.
Success. Cool, now we have something to drink on the way home. There are all types of noises in there. Get in front of this light pole here. Maybe dial that up a little bit more. Here we go. That way, you know, the flash just brings the snow into the frame, makes it a natural element. Super vibrant. I kind of like it. I kind of, you know, there's times when I like it, times when I don't. Like everything else in life. Try to keep it off you guys, but I'm walking right into it. Doing my best. Oh, forget about it. Right here. More ambient. Let's turn off the let's turn off the flash. There we go. See, better without. Wow, look at that. It's just a shape. It's just a shape. It's so awesome. So awesome. Look at that. That is legitimately just disappearing into the clouds. Into the snow, bro. Oh, that's awesome, man. Ending today's stream on some good vibes, beautiful weather. Every time I come here, man, I just love it more and more. Man, you know, Cleveland really is a vibe for sure, without a doubt. A lot of people use Cash App now. I guess Cash App is a thing I just never think about. That as an option. Yeah, that's looking cool. Let me just try this again. Go down just a bit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's hard to see with all the snow coming into my face, but I think I got something. I think I got something. Another chance for this building right here. Oh boy, it's getting snowy. We're getting snowed on. The GoPro got snow. The lens got snow on it. Screw it, let's just go for it. We're just going. We're just going for it. This is the first time I've ever used a flash out here. So yeah, it's a vibe for sure. And look at these trees. Everything just looks so pretty. The snowflakes almost look photoshopped on. They're so bright, so pronounced. All right, guys, I think that is going to be that. Oh man, I just don't want to leave today. So much pretty everywhere, man. So much pretty everywhere. All right, that last picture don't count. I had traffic coming for me. Oh. Whew. All right, here we are again as always on Superior. Always killing it. It's our home away from home. Problems right there, huh? That was slippery. All right, guys. Well, here we are at our favorite parking garage. We're done. It's still bright out. That's another first for us. We're never out here when it's still. Never out here when it's still got light. Whew. I hope you guys had fun out there today with me. It was great to be out there with you. Sorry if the camera got too crooked or too wet, but you guys are troopers. You guys are the best. And you always know it's the end whenever we see the red car. So guys, I hope you had an amazing time. I will check you later. Please like and subscribe. It means a lot to a small channel like mine. Can't even begin to tell you how much it means. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll check you later. Peace.